To be here with you guys today, Angel Reese. Girl, you're my angel, you're my darling. Folks, the Chicago Sky Game 1 of the preseason was underway last night. Angel Reese looked pretty good, but we're going to get into that momentarily. On the negative side, Angel Reese fans, LSU fans, all of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar.
Angel Reese once declared, "I don't need anyone to tell me I'm great. I already know it." However, it seems her supporters may have needed that reminder. When she arrived for her much-anticipated debut game, the reception was surprisingly quiet. There were no cheers, no buzz, and not even a casual greeting from arena staff. The stands looked almost completely empty, like a gym on the first day of school. But here's the twist. Rather than letting the eerie silence discourage her, Angel Reese transformed the awkward moment into a dramatic spectacle. What she did next might surprise you.
Okay, so people are watching, not just because of one person. All right, but they're watching because of me too. Me too. They're playing at LSU. There are people right now, her fans. You know what? Her social media.
Angel Reese claimed she was all about being herself. And apparently, being herself meant stepping onto the court for her first professional game and playing hide-and-seek with an audience that never showed up. It was so empty that even the popcorn vendors seemed to question their life choices that day. The arena was eerily quiet. You could have held a meditation retreat there. Peaceful, calm, and completely undisturbed, mostly because no one bothered to come.
I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize.
Meanwhile, in a completely different basketball world, Caitlin Clark is effortlessly shattering ticket sale records, trending as if she just solved everyone's boredom and being treated like basketball's equivalent of a Taylor Swift Eras tour. Every seat is packed, fans are chanting her name, and cameras are flashing faster than Angel Reese's patience when someone mentions Caitlin Clark.
So I think it's time to finally, end the argument. End the argument that there is any sort of other needle mover that is even remotely close to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. And again, the reason why we've got Hailey Van Lith up is because it was Hailey Van Lith's return as well as Angel Reese's return. Angel was not the only person. They had two players returning. However, right now in Carver, there are no tickets left for under $200.
Let's be honest. Angel Reese probably imagined a red carpet, fireworks, and a standing ovation just for showing up. Instead, what she got was the sound of a tumbleweed rolling across the hardwood. That kind of awkward silence you only hear after someone says, "Trust me, I'm a big deal." And then crickets.
Twitter fingers turn to can't even show up and buy ticket fingers. Angel Reese, going home to her alma mater, LSU, plays against the Brazilian national team in front of 6,373.
To be fair, Angel Reese's confidence has never been subtle. She strides onto courts like she owns them, puffs out her chest as if she invented rebounds, and waves off critics like they're annoying mosquitoes. But all that bravado suddenly felt a little hollow when the only witnesses were a few reporters glued to their phones and a lone security guard struggling to stay awake.
I've tried to tell you guys, you heard me say it on this channel. A lot of Angel Reese fans are not basketball fans, and they are proving it. They proved it last night without a shadow of a doubt. That was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. You might be like, well, Rhodes, what was so embarrassing?
The funniest part? While Angel Reese was scanning the stands for fans like she'd misplaced them, Caitlin Clark was making her debut in front of a sold-out crowd. Not just full, bursting, packed tighter than a clown car at a circus. Ticket prices were through the roof, the kind of demand you'd expect for a Beyoncé concert or the last Cronet in New York. And did Caitlin Clark deliver? Absolutely. She dropped highlight after highlight, and the crowd devoured it like they'd been fasting since March Madness. Angel Reese, on the other hand, let's just say her performance wasn't exactly must-watch TV. More like something you'd stumble upon in a grainy live stream, buffering endlessly, with a comment section full of bots. But she didn't let the empty stands, emptier than her humility, ruin her vibe.
Nope.
She took it to social media, called out the media, and probably even vented to her Uber driver.
I don't want to hear ever again anyone ever tell me that there's anyone that's like Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. I don't ever want to hear it again. Nobody. There is nobody like her. I'm not glazing her. I'm telling the truth.
Because when in doubt, blame the system, right? Angel Reese suggested the world was being unfair, that people should have shown up, and that somehow this was part of a grand anti-Reese conspiracy. Not the simple truth. Maybe all eyes were on Caitlin Clark because she earned it. Let's not forget, Caitlin Clark had single-handedly elevated college basketball into prime-time territory. She wasn't just playing, she was making history. Game after game, logo three-pointers, no-look passes, court vision so sharp that analysts started dropping words like generational and alien without irony. Caitlin didn't just seek the spotlight, she commanded it. Meanwhile, Angel Reese seemed more focused on trademarking her own attitude. If Caitlin was busy rewriting basketball history, Angel was busy copywriting drama. The rolling eyes, the finger waves, and the post-game shade, delivered with all the subtlety of a 2012 Twitter subtweet.
They're getting that attention now. And I told you before that they'll have it sort of be like a reality TV. And that's what they're starting to give us. And we're paying attention. We're all tuned in. They're getting more attention than they've ever gotten before. And a part of it is Angel Reese. We cannot deny that. She was a part of it. Is she the part of it? No, that's Caitlin. Caitlin is the person who's the main factor. She's the top of the show. She's what everybody came to see. So,
of course, Angel Reese's fans, or what's left of them, immediately started spinning the story. She was robbed. It was the schedule. Or maybe it's because she's just too real for the league. Right? Because professional sports have such a long history of punishing confident women who also happen to play well. Newsflash, nobody's punishing Angel Reese. She's been riding the fumes of one viral moment like it was a Lifetime Achievement Award. The difference between her and Caitlin Clark isn't just on the scoreboard, it's in the energy. Caitlin shows up, stays focused, and dominates. Angel shows up, shows off, and then sulks when no one claps. And oh, did she serve the frustration. Post-game, Angel looked like someone stood up on prom night, pouting, brooding, probably refreshing her Instagram like it owed her an apology. Her, "I'm still that girl," speech hit differently when the only audience was a few journalists, praying the parking lot hadn't closed yet.
They'll talk about how much they're fans of Angel Reese, but they won't actually put in effort to show how much they're fans of Angel Reese. They won't put their money where their mouth is, a running theme with the...
How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Now, you're not going to hear this from the mainstream media who continues to pretend that the Bayou Barbie is beloved. You're not going to hear this from the media who continues to pretend that Angel Reese is a huge star. The Bayou Barbie might be beloved by some. Angel Reese might even be a huge star. But like I have been telling you guys for 2 years, there's one thing that Angel Reese is not. Angel Reese is not a draw.
Let's rewind to Angel Reese's first professional game. You'd expect her to seize the moment, but instead it felt like a tired pickup game while Caitlin Clark arrived ready to shine. Smooth passes, deep threes, leadership, the kind of debut that makes fans scream, "Take my money." Angel scrolled headlines hoping to see praise, but every story was about Caitlin. Tickets sold out, jerseys flew off shelves, and ratings skyrocketed, all for Caitlyn. Angel had a solid game, sure, but the spotlight wasn't hers. The difference is clear. Caitlyn earns attention through excellence. Angel seeks it through drama. If she wants the spotlight, she'll have to play better basketball because fans reward work, not theatrics.